Yo, what is good, YouTube? It's your boy Zay coming to another video, and in this video we are going to be talking a little bit about rappers signing their life away. But it's kind of going to be more of a discussion base because I kind of want to give you guys at least I kind of want to talk some things out and like get y'all's a little bit of y'all's perspective on it because I have some questions about why y'all sign to labels and stuff like that, and it's not obviously for a more generic reason like, oh, I'm going to do this to go boost my career, or oh, I'm going to go get more money from this or something like that, right? I want to ask you guys, what is the reason why you're going to sign to something? That's what I'm gonna pretty much challenge some of you, and I'm kind of going to ask questions as well because for things that I don't know. But don't want to keep you guys held up. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe on the video. And let's get into the video. So my first thing is, this is a statement. I want to say, for you rappers, when you're first coming up, to stop when labels approach you for the first time. It's just my thought. I'm just kind of thinking this from the business side of things. Don't be quick to jump on the first numbers. I know that kind of sounds like a based thing to say, but you'd be surprised when when you really think of it from the artist perspective of things. When you imagine you working hard day and night for maybe a year or two, and then a label finally approaches you and say you make like 50K a month or a year, my bad. Say make, well, that's pretty trash, but say you do rapping on the side, but you're making 50K a year additionally, so plus whatever job you may do. So imagine a label comes up to you saying, oh shoot, bro, we can sign you for say, depending on how much, and I'm just probably gonna go for extreme, we're gonna sign you for 500,000. Obviously there's going to be factors as to why they would have signed you for 500,000: hits, fan base, notoriety, popularity, influence, and all that other stuff they probably look into. But you have to do it. You have to work with us for. You have to make us, obviously, as a label. They have to make money. So that's the first quota, because when they think of it from the business side of it, because we live in a capitalistic world where you as the artist, oh, just want to give you guys a little hand up, as you as the artist, you actually don't matter. They sign you to make them more money. They don't sign you to make you a better artist. I do want to let you know this. So you take the deal, and there in the contract it says that you have to do 6 years with them or something like that, right? But you're broke. Well, obviously you wouldn't be broke based off of what I just said. I mean, depending on what your job may be, and even 50K. I mean, 50K is pretty trash, but it's, I don't know, it's better than nothing, I guess. If we really want to think about it, like in this economy now. But so pretty much, I'm gonna just say, scroll the numbers. I was saying, you're broke. A label comes up to you. They want to sign you for like 500K or something like that, right? I understand from the artist's perspective, this is a lot of money, but for you as the artist, especially if you're on a come up, because that's sort of people they kind of really are looking for. People who are on a come up, and people who already have a fan base. I really say they go for people who more already have a fan base, especially like you TikTok artists, which is probably another issue as well, because if you're a TikTok artist, no one actually knows you. They know about you, but they don't really know you. They don't really know your music. They only know maybe the songs that are on there that gets replayed probably 50 or 100 times. And to, not to get off of it, uh, you know, you signed that deal. They own, because pretty much they do own you. That's something undeniable. They own all your music for the time being. And if you want to create, say, something to make you extra money to bring that money in, they're taking a piece of that because they put you onto the platform. They put you in all the connections, all the deals, and all that stuff to get the money, to get you where you are. Because again, you're a puppet to them. I do want to let you know that as an artist, you are a puppet to them. You are nothing more than that. You're a money-making machine now. You're no longer an artist. You are now a robot to them. You're a puppet who does what they say. And if you do go out of line of that, by the way, you're gonna get checked. That 100%, you're gonna get checked by that because remember, you're on their timing, you're on their money. They invested into you, so you have to obey them, even if you don't want to. You have to, because in the beginning stages, you signed your life away. You said that you agreed to the contract. You said that you agreed that they can own you as a person pretty much and tell you what you can do and can't do, where to post, and how you get your money, what you need is what you have to say, where you're gonna go. They tell you everything because their goal is to make money off of you. Your goal as the artist, however, when you came into it, you looked in the aspect of, well, I came in this to become a bigger and better artist and grow a fan base and bring in money enough to where I can live comfortably and buy whatever I want. That's your mindset you came in. However, their mindset of why they picked you is to make money off of you, own who you are, and tell you what to do, tell you what you can't do, tell you where to go, what not to say, and pretty much own your entire discography. Basically, what I want to say is, artists, you need to think before you sign your life away. I'm not against joining a label. In fact, I think that's still, well, it's definitely not the greatest now, I would say, but it's still something at least. And this applies to certain people. I'm gonna say to all the people, because some artists this is gonna benefit. Some artists this is not gonna benefit. Actually, I would probably say more artists this will not benefit. It's probably only a select few that can deal with mainstream notoriety and be able to continually, make mainstream beats, generic stuff, all the stuff that anyone can be catchy and listen to. Basically, though, be careful when you're signing a contract, and be careful when you're getting approached by these labels, because these labels are very predatory to you as an artist. Again, I'm gonna let this be known. They do not care about you as the artist. They see numbers. That's the only thing they see. They see numbers and a way to make some money. You see fame and you see fans, you see money. You see money in a different way than how they see the money. You see the money by getting fans and buying your stuff, them supporting your music and sharing your stuff out. However, they see you as you making them money. You're the investment. You're the thing that's going to bring them the money. They're investing into you, so bring them more money back. That's pretty much. And it's a hard relationship. I'm gonna be honest with you, because labels don't care about artists anymore. They used to want to build artists up, but unfortunately, that's not the case anymore. And it's one thing that other older artists need to tell these people, is to not, like, artists who've been through this, who's been through labels. Most of artists hate being in the labels. I'm gonna be honest with you. At some point, they end up hating being in the label because they don't ever get to rest. They don't ever get to relax. Because they have to constantly work 24/7, and that's a good thing as an artist. I think artists like naturally tend to want to work hard and be dedicated to their work, but it also comes to periods where they need to rest and think and sit down. However, you can't really do that too much, as far as I'm understanding, because you have to make money. You have to make money so that you can fulfill what you fulfilled on a contract. And the sad thing about it is that I wish that much more seasoned artists would tell younger artists to first build themselves a fan base and get themselves money to where they can live off of it themselves, rather than, well, getting in crappy deals where they know that they're not in an advantage, right? And I say this because, well, when you sign when you're broke, well, you don't own anything. You don't have any say so in anything. Pretty much, you can be manipulated and you can't do anything about it, because technically you really don't have the resources to do anything. I mean, not even technically, you really don't have the resources to do anything about it. They've given you the money. You didn't come up with that money. They did. So think more logically when you decide to get a contract by a label. And a lot of times, you guys are getting signed for 20K, 50K, depending on who you are. For those who be wanting to reach up higher, you're most likely not gonna get it. Be honest with you. But it's worth the effort, I guess. But um, yeah, I think that it is. If you ask me, if you ask me, I don't think it's reasonable nowadays to sign to a label because you don't really get any. Well, you get benefits. No, I'll take it back. You get benefits. You get notoriety. You get money, and you get connections. That's probably the biggest thing is that you get in fans. Probably more eyes to you. Obviously, that's what artists actually want. But the cons is you don't own anything and you aren't even technically an artist. You're an employee now. I mean that's pretty much what you are. You're an employee. Dang, that's crazy. I just said that. You're an employee. You now work for a company that pays you money. Paid you money in advance. And you have to go recoup that money now. Even better, you're a business. You're now a liable business, and you have investors who's invested their money into you who now wants to recoup their money. That's better. So I think that what I'm pretty much going to ask you guys is that is it worth even signing to a label nowadays? If you ask just my opinion, obviously, I could be wrong about this part because I don't really know as the ins and out as far as this part. And I need to kind of get a little bit more educated on that, and maybe someone could tell me about it. But is it worth signing yourself to a label rather than building your own fan base, your own money, and your own freedom? Obviously, there's cons with that as well. The cons of that is, well, you're probably going to be broke for most of the time. Most of the time, you're going to be broke until eventually you get some way you can, make some money with it, or it eventually takes off. But that's going to take time. It's going to take a lot of money and investment over time. It isn't instant. It isn't an instant success. Pretty much what I'm going to say is that you're self-governed. No one is in control of you. No one gets to tell you anything. You go where you want to go. So everything lies upon you. Now, I am much more of a traditional artist when it comes to things. So I kind of like that way, where you have to find it out, do it yourself. And then once you make it, you spread the game to other people so that they can do it themselves and not have to depend on no one. Because that's one thing about me is that I think that it's good to not depend on someone. Not having to come to them and say, I need you because I can't do this without you. I want you to be able to say that as an artist, I'm able to do this with no help. But it takes a lot of sacrifice. It takes a lot of time and effort. But unfortunately, if I want to be honest with you, not a lot of you artists, you don't even really have it in you anymore. A lot of you don't even want to work hard for the stuff you do. You want to get the easy route out, especially if you're broke. You know what I mean? Like, that's even worse because that's even more tempting to get yourself into signing your life, because it's much easier to just sign than go and do it yourself. That's way harder. But this is gonna be a little short video. It's kind of a little bit of a, not a rant, but it is a little bit of a rant. I made a little bit of viewpoints in there, things that I just kind of wanted to talk about a little bit, and pretty much get y'all discussion on that. So yeah. With all that being said, do like comment, subscribe on the video, and love you, Dark Knights.